As a full member to this format, the delegation of the Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan is participating. It is led by Foreign Minister Amir Khan Muhtaki. For the first time, the guest of this format is the representative of Belarus, led by Special Envoy of Belarus for Afghanistan, Mr. Terentiev. According to our good old tradition, our session is opened by Foreign Minister Sergey Lavrov. Dear colleagues, it gives me great pleasure to open the 7th session of the Moscow format consultations on Afghanistan. It is encouraging that this format has turned into a high-profile international platform that brings together key states of the region. We all, not in word but in deed, are interested in making Afghanistan an independent state that lives in peace and accord with its neighbors and earns the respect of the whole international community. I have no doubt that we will see much greater practical benefit from the Moscow format, as the Afghan official delegation participates this year. It is led by Foreign Minister Muhtaki. We thank the Afghan side for the attention paid to our effort, and it is obvious that addressing issues that have to do with Afghanistan is not possible without the Afghan people themselves. Today, we have just had a bilateral meeting with Mr. Muhtaki. We have covered the prospects for the development of relations between Russia and Afghanistan, as well as the tasks that the regional states face, including within the Moscow format, in order to facilitate conditions for our common prosperity. We assume that ensuring the security of our region and its prosperity implies engaging Kabul in political processes, the efforts of international groupings, and the implementation of joint economic projects. Russia fully shares such an approach. In July this year, we announced the official recognition of the Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan and lifted restrictions on interstate cooperation. We intend to develop cooperation in combating terrorism and illegal drug trafficking. We also intend to diversify business ties. Serious problems on the Afghan track are still posed by the hostile policy of Western countries. There is no other way of putting it. They continue to seize sovereign Afghan financial assets and maintain sanctions and restrictions against the banking sector of Afghanistan. We once again strongly urge them to adjust their confrontational policy, to return what was taken, and to assume responsibility for the post-conflict recovery of Afghanistan and for compensating the damage done to the Afghan economy and infrastructure over the past decades. We reaffirm that it is completely unacceptable to deploy the military infrastructure of third countries in Afghanistan or in neighboring states under any pretext whatsoever. Military presence of non-regional actors could lead to destabilization and new conflicts. The history of Afghanistan knows quite a number of situations involving foreign military presence, and I believe that everybody should have long drawn the right conclusions. Over the 4 years of its tenure in office, the government of the Islamic Emirate has become stronger and is governing the state in a confident way. We pay tribute to Kabul. Amid serious external pressure and a relatively modest state budget, it manages to efficiently combat terrorist groupings, primarily the Afghan branch of the Islamic State. Hundreds of fighters have been eliminated. They saw death and destruction on Afghan soil, and significant progress has been achieved in the fight against drugs. According to the UN Office on Drugs and Crime, since 2022, opium poppy cultivation and production in Afghanistan has shrunk by 90%, an excellent result. We recognize that the humanitarian situation in Afghanistan remains challenging. It is made worse by natural disasters and unstable climate conditions. Humanitarian assistance is needed by over half of the population, more specifically, 22 out of 39 million people. 21 million people lack access to fresh water and basic medication. We once again urge external donors not to forget about Afghanistan and the Afghan people, and to help them in order to create good political conditions for humanitarian supplies. For its part, Russia will continue to provide and increase humanitarian assistance to the Islamic Emirate. Dear colleagues, in conclusion, I would like to wish the participants of these consultations fruitful discussions and new arrangements that will benefit the people of Afghanistan and all states present here in this hall. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Minister.
Dear colleagues, I suggest we make a brief pause. I express my appreciation to the media representatives for covering this part of the session. Afterwards, the meeting will be held behind closed doors. Thank you.
This part of the session, and afterwards it will be held behind closed doors. Thank you.